Good morning. Last time you seen me, I did a demonstration on using augmented reality with your phone and just using the flat surface to show a map on. Today, I'm going to do a virtual reality demonstration. Again, I'm using MapBox, some of their templates. I've coded out a map, one of the location-based game maps, onto my repurposed phone that I bought for virtual reality and augmented reality. And I'm going to use the Samsung VR headset that I bought on eBay, pretty cheap. It's like discontinued from Samsung because Samsung has other models now, but for my needs, it fits the bill. So I've already downloaded my map app on my phone, and I'm going to wear the headset, and I'm going to have a family member drive me around just to see how the map renders as I drive using the virtual reality. Can't drive myself because it's not safe to drive with one of these on, and can't drive anyway. So a family member will drive me around. I'll wear the headset and then record the map as I go. Okay, before I get started, I'm showing you footage of the VR map that I made for a trip to Target. This is a virtual reality map that I made for Hong Kong. It's from a static point, so just to give you an idea of what you can view in the virtual reality using MapBox. And the footage that I'm going to show you is our trip to Walmart while the point moves. The point representing us moves as we drive. Early on in our trip to Target, I noticed that image tiles were not loading as we were traveling down the road. And then it came to me, I should have expected that the phone that I was using to do virtual reality, it doesn't have a service. And so it uses Wi-Fi. And so after realizing tiles were not being loaded in virtual reality, I tied into my wife's hotspot, and we were able to see data being loaded up as we drove down the road. Right here, we're getting onto the interstate, heading to our Target location. After tying into my wife's hotspot on your cell phone, we were able to see new content being loaded as we drove down the road. Another problem that happened was that our point is getting smaller and smaller as it goes to the horizon. The point of origin for when we opened the app stayed constant, and then our little icon that represents us traveling to Target kept getting smaller and smaller. And again, the point's getting smaller and smaller as we come to the exit ramp. And so, I mean, the app did a good job of reloading data and keeping it fresh once patched to the hotspot. But I do wish the map extent, and maybe I'll have to program to that, change it where the map extent kind of continues on with the point. And then you'll see the new data being loaded into those black spots as we go down to the road. The drive was successful. The demo was successful. We have found the toilet paper at Target. Good job, everyone. So this is what the VR looked like after getting back into the car after going into Target. You can see the point is centered over the Target building, and we can see a little bit better because the point of origin hasn't moved. We haven't moved from the point of origin. Pretty soon we'll start driving out of the parking lot, and you can see that point move, and you can see dynamic movement in the virtual reality headset. I had the headset on. This was a tough time for me to watch the video because, again, each time we turned, I had to turn my head to look at the screen that was projected in front of me. And so as the car rotated, that image would be behind me. And so I'd have to turn my head as we drove down the road to be able to see this map. and then we continued down the road, heading back to the interstate to go home. All in all, I was very happy with this map app, and I may work at it and continue to maybe do a St. Louis downtown where you see the buildings and you can pan around and drive around St. Louis and see how those buildings change when you're up close and you can see them extruded. But all in all, I think it was a good map app. I hope this can show you a little bit of what you can do with MapBox, with Unity, and a cheap VR headset that you can buy from eBay or whatnot. Or even if you wanted to spend the money, the higher end headsets that Samsung and other companies are putting out. Thank you. Okay, just returned back from our trip testing the map app that we made in virtual reality as we drove down the road. We went to Target to buy toilet paper. We were successful in that regard. They did have toilet paper. A couple things that I learned from this demonstration is that, for one, this phone I bought just to test the VR stuff, and so it doesn't have a service, and so I had to connect to my wife's Wi-Fi to keep things rendering as we traveled. And a second thing is that the point that represents us, as I'll show you in the video, traveled away from us, and so we stayed. The point of origin stayed, and then the point traveled to the horizon that represented us. And so I had to restart the app a few times to recenter the map. Another thing that I learned was if you're wearing a VR set in a car, the image is projected in front of you, or the map in this case, and then the car will turn, and then you're looking this way. So you have to turn your neck and keep looking at your map, which is difficult at times because when you drive into the parking lot, the map may be behind you, and so that's another issue. But all in all, it was a fun trip, and it was a good time, good demo.